Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, never mornings. Yeah, you'll notice I'm not hitting the loud notes today. I'm coming at you from about 4 hours of sleep. It was one of those nights, folks. Not terribly bad, but whew. I hope everybody in Indiana weathered the storm. My name, for those of you who do not know, is Nicholas Anthony Tockert. That's Model 2.0, author, artist, game designer, and paranormal adventurer, the retired. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna let that stick. Author of The Simple Sword. The Simple Sword, The Fighting Axe, and my copy isn't here yet, Simple Spear, which has been selling great. I have absolutely no complaints there. It's been quite a run today, folks. My household has a new member in that Stuart the Sword Cat is now a permanent resident. I went outside right before the storm that hit really bad in our neck of the woods, and just out of sight in the cornfields, something took, we believe, one of the other cats. We don't know what it was, but it literally looked like the raptor feeding scene. And I joke about the corn sharks, but something in that field tore apart something else. And between that and the storm, I decided it's just time. So Stuart came in, and we had to improvise cat safe lodging. And it was an adventure, folks. To those of you who don't know, this weekend featured my birthday. I had a couple people over. We played cards. In accountability, I've worked on a whole bunch of editing stuff for the Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, the role-playing game. Did some writing and spent a lot of time. I have been reconfiguring my work area. And I have my tablet going. So if you're following me on Facebook or Twitter, you've been getting to see the pictures that I've been doing with Koepp Studio Paint. I'm going to show off my birthday present real quick, and then I'll get into the comments. Aside from some miscellaneous magic cards and stuff, I got this guy who came with a lovely pen, but he now holds my stylus. Because of course he does. Under the idea the pen is mightier than the sword. So the stylus must be something else entirely. And yes, I can tell you how to make a pen go combatively, but let's keep things chipper. So, this is part of our vacation week, and we took some time off, and it's instead of because of the finances, uh, you don't have all your cars go down at the same time, and the toilet explode and flood the electrical light fixtures downstairs. Yeah, and not to cancel your traveling plans. So we will be just hanging out and doing a whole bunch more housework and cleaning and trying to get things nice so we don't get yelled at during the festival. So, that being that the Earl Park Festival is Labor Day weekend, bluegrass music, fair food, big flea market. It's a great time, free to attend. If you're in the area of Earl Park, Indiana, go on by. It's a good festival. I recommend it. Um, we were supposed to have a bunch of people, but some calamities hit other places and kept them from coming out. And I understand that. I'm not going to be grumpy. Grumpy is not my style. And like I said, I apologize for the low energy and the scratchy voice. I was literally playing Magic the Gathering till 4 o'clock, getting absolutely trounced because I couldn't get a draw to save myself. So that was my weekend. How was yours? Let's go through the chats. And wow, my voice is cutting in and out. We'll do what we can and we'll make it work. Me. You. First in the gate is Joe Bachman. Oh, there we go. Good morning and happy Monday, Nevermore. It's happy Monday, Joe. Hope you're having a good one. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend with just enough excitement to keep things interesting. It was exciting. We had raptors in the tall grass. We had that lightning storm was incredible. Had all the windows open just watching that roll through. I should have taken pictures, but I was mesmerized. Good morning, Joby. Yeah, how was your weekend? I know you had some problems, but I hope you had some fun. Carl had a good but tiring weekend with the Muncie game in our town. One guy came all the way from Cincinnati. I walked about twice my usual Fitbit goal. Woo! Good on you, Carl. Yeah, Saturday I went up and we tried to traverse Indiana, and I'm going to tell you, every major road in Indiana has a closed or a bridge out right now. It's insane. But so if you're trying to get anywhere, give yourself an extra hour. I'm not being facetious. But it was great. Let's see, what do you got? But I did make it back into the top 3,000 Muncie hunters in the world again. That's awesome. You do it. And we're joined by Donna, Carly, Colleen. Now I'm hoping I got a bit of groggy morning voice, so it's got a little bit of the bubble. I hope you don't mind if it's a little deeper and just a touch rougher than usual. I still try to keep it smooth, but everybody. I turned 41 and my voice just went, hey, let's try a new level of croak. How's that? Is that okay? Hey there, Joe B. Hey, Donna. Hey, Carl. Long time no see. I recognize that algorithm. Acronym. I did good. Hello, Carl. Someone told me that Skynet went sentient today, so that's a thing. Carl's update on the Muncie book is done. Now looking at a possible new cover. Dawdling again. Awesome. Of course you are. Okay. I'll just slap the text updated for 2022 on the old cover and publish it tonight. You see that? He made a book, beginning, middle, end, and then he revised it to get more use out of it. That's reusing the content, friends. Donna, Carly, Carlene, LOL. Richie says, tired, not sure if it's that which shall not be named virus. Oh, the My Sharona, Miley Cyrus, or Miley Cyrus, My Sharona, Peter Pandemic virus. Yeah, we know what that is. Or Colbeck started on Werewolf of the World book idea, though. Okay, everybody, hold your breath for a minute, because and anybody who didn't catch it, there was an episode of Nevermind the Furthermore popped up in the middle of my historical fencing guild stream Friday night. I'm not kidding. I had no choice. It just happened. The spirit of author elevation and promotion moved upon me. I was transfixed and transported, and next thing you know, I'm running my emergency intro, and we've blurped in. You have to check that video out. But it sounds like a great book idea. You're at the beginning. Give me a middle and an end so I can promote it, so we can get you on here talking, so that we can get you on more shows. I've seen you pop up on Cryptid Crunch. You keep doing your stuff, and howdy. Now, I'm a little behind, but not too bad. Good morning, friends and neighbors. Hope your day is treated. It's much better with you, Mr. Brian K. Morris. And we're one day closer to FezCon. I cannot wait to see you and Cookie and Carl and Donna. And I've got a couple other people from the past coming up for. I hope they understand it's a little tiny event, but and we're going to promote the living heck out of that in hopes of getting more people to the library. And we'll just see how it goes. Hey, Rich and Brian. Hey, Carl. Hey, Donna and Rich. Everybody's greeting. Hope it's cold or flu, but as long as you're getting better, that's the important thing. Morning. Anyone else I missed because of brain fog? Oh, so Joe is here. Oh, yes. Our own Joe Bachman has technomaged his way into the room. I've got the first comment dump of the day. That's nice. That's always a good thing. Here we go. Well, if the symptoms are, if the symptoms my youngest has, it's pretty mild, but it's a morbidly obese diabetic. It may be rougher on me. So far, it feels like a cold that's extra tiring. And that seems to be what it's evolved into. I found a bunch of books I need to see if my library has for research on for Where the Where. Good. We need more Where books. And Brian, have I sent? Not Brian. Yeah, Brian. BKM. Have I sent you the secret link for that folder so I can get an ad for your other shows? Please. Thank you. I want to promote you. Joe Bachman got sidetracked. Good morning, Carl, Donna, Rich, and Brian. Yeah. It's good seeing you, Joe. I hope everything worked out at the park yesterday. We missed you and Trey acutely Sunday, but I hope your world stays stable. I don't know what happened. There was some damage to their local park that they're involved with, and he had to do the civic duty thing, which I respect. And from the desk of a small press publisher, Joe D. McPhee, that must mean Bachman's in here because it's weird for people to say hi to me when I haven't arrived. Morning, all. And morning, Nick. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. And you know what's coming. Everybody ready for the WNTF? Never mind the furthermore. Brought to you for now by Joe Bachman, of course. And we are plugging our own Joe D. McPhee.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
That's right. Joe D. McPhee is one of those people who has that kind of personal integrity where you can disagree with him or agree with him, but he's going to consistently say what he believes. And I respect that. I really do. I respect people who stick to their guns. It's something that is being lost, I think. And I mean, stick to your guns as maintaining integrity of your beliefs, and not easily being swayed simply by, social pressure. So that's awesome. I got to be careful because the algorithm really dislikes me. Okay, hey, Joe. Morning, Joe D. More mornings. Let's just go through. Hi, everybody's right. And now Nick is here, too. Good morning, everyone. That's right. Hey, Nick. Hey, Donna. Now, like I said, I know my voice isn't doing what it normally does, but I hope this works for you too. I take it as part of my mission in the mornings to try to make your day just a little smoother for you and all the ladies. And while you guys are reading this and while I'm in this mode, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe on any of the platforms you're watching it. We're currently broadcasting to 3 places: the Nicholas Tockert YouTube channel, my Twitter, and the Rising Tide Broadcast Network Facebook page, because the Rising Tide lifts all boats. And we are all about lifting people up here on Nevermind the Furthermore. I wouldn't have talked to Brian about taking the show over if I didn't believe in that mostly divine inspired mission. And together we're going to make it better. So let's just keep this Monday morning rolling. It doesn't even feel like a Monday to me. Morning, Nick. Yep, good morning. Yay for cat adoption. Yes, Stuart the Sword Cat is officially inside, nails trimmed. His sleeping cage will be, because we kennel our pets at night, especially, will be coming in, and it's bigger than my first trailer. I swear the thing's gigantic. But we're gonna make this work, and I'm just gonna have to take allergy pills. Hi, sorry about that. We had some kind of power flicker to um, the interwebs. I was about to message, but by the time we messaged, it looks like I am back. So, yep. Okay, cool. Double checked. I had to do the quick double check that I wasn't talking to myself. Well, let's see. Where are we? Okay, cool. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. This was one of the most sedate birthdays I've had in a long, long time, aside from like the calamities that lead up. But that's an annual occurrence. Things always, very, very expensive things always break and kind of rampage around my birthday. Storms messed Misty up. She was rough going to work this AM. It soothed a lot of my symptoms. Sucks that we're polar opposite. Oh, I understand that. Happy belated birthday. Yes, thank you. Yes, I watched part of your test video. Oh, good. Hi, everyone. Hi, Joe Dog. Joe Dog in the house. Ah. Hey, Joe Dog. Richie, how to use a wood chipper combatively. Push the other guy in. Done. Not at all, because everything that goes in then goes out in a large Tarantino-esque spray that might be making a bigger problem than it solves. Beware permanent problems for permanent solutions for temporary problems. More greetings, greetings, greetings. I posted this somewhere else, but sharing it here. Okay. I don't know what you're saying. The regular voice might be scratchy, but the sexy voice is still going good. Oh, good, because it actually hurts a little less. So we're going to do that. If you want If you want to travel Indiana, I highly recommend using Waze for GPS, even if you know where you are headed. Another good resource is 511in.org to see where all the projects are at. That's good. Yes. What we're finding out, at least we found out this Saturday, was several bridges were out, and there's construction everywhere. And where there weren't bridges, there were wrecks from people trying to speed through detours they weren't able to do, and a massive fog bank as we come into fog season where I live. And it was just rough. So take Joe's advice. He's very talented and he knows what he's talking about. Indie Comics Network says, grr, sexy voice. I can't get a good growl right now. Yeah, it's too low with the way my voice is being, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. And if I have to stay in this mode for a while, I don't think anybody minds. A little mellower on a Monday. It's going through 40 years of notes to go through, scouring 4 other continents to cover the world. Perhaps you are making... don't let your project become so big it keeps you from doing it. You can all do... Here, I'll tell you, guys, here's a great secret. If you are doing independent, nonfiction-based research on something and the project is too big, like where the origin of werewolves and how they manifest, because they're one of the 14 things in one form or another, lycanthropy, that every civilized society has in their folklore, in their beliefs. Doesn't matter, every society you find, from the isolated tribes in the Amazon to modern China to anywhere, has a list of beasties that show up. And I used to have it memorized. There were, I want to say, 12 or 14 of them. And those folks, every part of human society believes in these things. So that makes me inclined to think there's a root of some sort to it. So the secret when you have a big subject like that is add the subheading Volume 1. Okay? If you need to break it up regionally and go, right now I'm studying European lycanthropy, do Volume 1 as European lycanthropy. That way you can get it done and out. Then do Volume 2, The Lycanthropes of America. Is Dogman in your backyard? Spoilers, he's watching. Throw him a milk bone, because he is the goodest of puppies, except when he's not. Nita. Carl asks, werewolf, their castle. Working on new spots for new shows. It's on the way. Yes, that's what we like. And I guess we're keeping this awful smooth. Who dis, Carl? LOL. Hey, Nita. Yeah, that's my lovely Nita. I deeply miss when Luke Stone Studios was on the Raging 2 network, which I understand why it split. I'm just the co-host who tries to keep Luke out of jail and uncanceled. But I miss my post-show conversations with Nita, because we'd have some really great chats. Carl asks a very interesting question. Is Nita being naughty again? The answer is no. Our dear friend Nita Lanning over at Raging 2 on Indie Comics Network is not being naughty again. Again would imply that at any moment in her existence, she stops being naughty. And we all know that, friends, listeners, Nita never stops being naughty. It's just, are you catching her at it at this moment? And like I've said before, I respect people who know what they're about. And everyone's greeting Nita, and Nita's greeting everyone. And of course she is, Carl. That's why we love her. I hope so. I feel seduced by Jody every single time his ad plays. That's because Joe D, like the rest of the Rising Tide, keeps the mojo in the dojo. And that's what we're all about. A little bit of smooth love here on a mellow Monday morning. Like, fine, I'll take my clothes off. I mean, watch the show. They're not mutually exclusive. Not feeling so great, but I get to stay home and watch NTF. Hello, Omniversal. I hope you're feeling okay. Cam froze. No, my internet burped. Oh no. Thought it was my internet again. Did you jinx it? No. We got through there. It's Nick. The net hates it. Hey, Michaela. How you doing? Boom, 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 boom. Every time I hear Michaela come in the room, I start hearing the old style bass going boom, 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 boom. I don't have the power here to do anything to help. Right now I'm having problems with it. Ticker going, chat going, Nick froze up. Text Manda to see if Nick needs a reboot. Yep, Michaela was too hot for the show. And he's back. Yes, that's right. Look who's back. He's back again. Nick is back. Phone a friend. I know it was so empty without me. Welcome, Omniverse and Michaela. Hey, Michaela. He missed the post. Shoot. Sorry. I guess I did. If there's something I missed, we'll get there. Willow Schuyler. Hello, Willow Schuyler. And compliments on quite some spicy posting lately, darling. You're doing a lot for international relations. I'm certain many of us have much more goodwill towards our Canadian neighbors, thanks to the lovely Peppermint Princess. And everyone's greeting Willow. Your post didn't show for me either, Joe. Nope, no one saw the post. You know what? I don't know. I'll have to check. Joe might not be wrenched. So try it with a space.com. Hey, Carl. Michael's greeting everybody. Oh, hey, hello, there you are, Rich. Yes. Brian, long time no chat. How are you and Cookie? While we wait for them, please remember to support Brian K. Morris at Risingtide.pub. Hashtag bring Cookie home, because I'd like Cookie to be able to retire so Brian can work harder in all the right ways. And we can get more publications for both those fine folks. Now, let's see. Yes. Yes. Let's see. I had a bit of a comment dump, so I have to fix that. And yes, no time. Hi, Joe Dog. Rich, will your werewolf book include the loup-garou? Or even the rougarou, the bastardization of it? I hope I spelled that right. Well, Donnie, you spelled it by the traditional French spelling. The rougarou, which is spelled with R in place of the L, no P, is the Cajun dialectal evolution. I believe is the right term for that. But I can't believe if he didn't. Yeah. How's it going, Carl and Rich? He says, well, if I title it with legends from around the corner, I need a couple from every continent. And you could do that too, but you don't need them all. Get just enough to feel you've sampled, knowing you can revisit. And yet, I had seen that post elsewhere, Carl. NASA had to scrub the SL Artemis 1 launch today due to an engine bleed chill issue, most likely a stuck valve. It could have easily been resolved with one disgruntled cosmonaut and a pipe wrench. And that's right, folks. Remember, disgruntled cosmonauts can be found with their pipe wrenches on aisle 8 at your local S-Mart. That's right, folks, S-Mart. Shop smart. Shop S-Mart. Did it post now? Yes, it did. Hey, Willow. You snuck up on me. Yes, Donna was moving quietly. She didn't see the disturbance in the shadows, and then bram! Meowlin Monroe just took her in a pile. Tired but good. LMAO, it's never too big. Oh, be careful what you wish for, darling. Be careful what you wish for. Yep. Oh, your research. Research is never too big. No, I just want to make sure that Richie doesn't build obstacles he can't surmount. Yes, Joe Dog. Well, I'm considering releasing them in chapters, then binding them all and in an omnibus at the end. Chapters or sections. If you're going to do it geographically, I would consider doing it as an ebook, again, straight through KDP. Save it as an RTF file, because if you're not adding images, you don't need much else, and KDP can really play with RTF. And throw it straight as an ebook, section 1, section 2, section 3. But I would avoid Vela, because I think those pay per chapter things, they go away and they come back, and I find them to be predatory. And it's also, I think the first couple have to be free through Amazon, so I don't like that. I don't mind giving my stuff away by choice, but I don't like having others give it away for me. Give it away now. Hey, Donna. I'm happy, and Willow Schuyler's happy to start her new job at the Fort Garry Hotel tomorrow. Just waiting for them to send me the paperwork to sign. Congratulations, Willow. Does that mean you will no longer be the best barista north of the border? Or are you going to double tap the job thing? That's a very American approach, though. Happy birthday at www.amazon.com/Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert II. That's right, folks. I do want to thank you guys. This has not only been one of the best-selling months I've had this year, but ever. I'm nearing $50 in royalties this month from Amazon, which is huge. I haven't had that since the first release. The closest I've come to that was the first release of The Simple Sword. So thank you. And yes, Willow, congratulations. We're all happy for our own Willow Schuyler. And let's see. Yes, the Cindy Koepp. Let's do this. We'll go here at Don Carly, both Louisiana and French Loup Garou. And if there are any other flavors ever, yep. So that's proper and just. You'll probably want to throw in the Beast de Gévaudan. There's some connections with that, and there are a few other quasi shifter things. If you do reference Skinwalkers, please get it right. People keep conflating, Skinwalkers and Wendigo, and they're two very different mythologies. Cool bingos at Joe. After you get the simple sword, the fighting axe, and the simple spear with other cool stuff. Oh, wait a second. Oh. Go find out what to do with them on Friday night at 7 p.m. Central. We had a wonderful time. We went back over Daphne Leja's wonderful fight choreography sketches, and we talked a lot about Spear versus Sword, and it was just a very good time. I got some people I haven't heard from in a while. Friday was a great show, so be sure to hit that. Now, before I go through Cindy Koepp plugging everyone else, let's promote Cindy Koepp for a moment, because she does so much for us.
Author Cindy Koepp is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Koepp at CKOEPP.com today.
And since her next comment is referencing our own Amy Hale, we'll just show her commercial. All right, and that is involves Amy Hale's book Neuroses, available through Amazon. And speaking of Amazon, you need Amazon reviews made less impossible. Smashwords Books search, look under Brian K. Morris and just buy whatever he has. His whole library is amazing. I own a large quantity of it. How is it going, Michaela? Sorry I missed you amongst the scrolling, Willow Schuyler says. And yeah, the scroll can get pretty hyper on a good show, and it seems like we've got a good one, good chat. And please be sure to hit that like and share this, because I want to promote more people, get them out there. Hi, Michaela, doing 3 things at once. Oh, wow. That's talent. Totally okay, Willow. We're good. Great TikToks lately. I know, isn't it? Stellari is going to pre-launch. Go sign up for the launch notification and help me beat the bots. bit.ly/Stellari. This is the new game you will likely be very addicted to. By our own Cindy Koepp. Chip in for it. I saw a story about Loup Garou on Terror in the Woods. Very creepy. Very cool, creepy. Yes. And as always, Joe Dog, me too. While Michaela's waiting for her editors to finish her book, she's editing another author. Just keep the goodwill spreading. And speaking of goodwill, as the holidays approach, we have to consider spreading and the meaning of the spirit of giving. Yes, Santa Sign, the post-holiday Prometheus by Brian K. Morris, is available through Amazon at this link. Dust Bunny Mafia, it's business not personal, is getting kickstarted on Kickstarter/projects by Brett Giuliano, or is it Juliano? I never did get a proper pronunciation on that. My knee jerk is Juliano, but Dust Bunny Mafia, so that's coming out. Get the best fun sci-fi at bearpublications.com and Animal Eye merch at bit.ly/bearpub. Carl's at page 119 of 300 plus on the current editing work. Knock that out. Yeah, I was going to go with ebook, Chapter X Africa, Chapter Y Antarctica. That will be a really, really short chapter. Yeah, but they did find the remains of 6-foot-tall penguins. So you got to wonder if somebody believes in penguin shifters. However, be careful if you search that, because there are a lot of people who write about penguin shifters. And that is a deep hole to slide into. If you missed CromCon, get the rerun, and there's a link for Pop Sunset's CromCon. Thanks for watching my videos, peeps. It's fun to show that boobs have their own rules on physics. Yes, they do. And it's a great art reference, and I mean that sincerely, for people who want to draw multiple body types, because one of my pet peeves, as I knock my stylus down, hold on to that a little better, dude, is people who can only draw one body type and all the comic heroines look identical. That will always grate me. I like the tall, athletic powerfully built women, but I also like the short, curvy, softer looking women, and I like the slender women. I like women, folks. In fact, I believe that the most beautiful thing that the good Lord put on this earth is the human female, the transfixing beauty, and in such variety and flavor as to boggle the mind. Royal Cruise does animal eye art, Kali, and other fun stuff at artstation.com. You can get commissions from him at subscribescar.com/royalcruise. Richie says, "Oh yeah, the French section will be huge since France seems like a werewolf treasure trove." Then Richie, I really think you might want to just break it up, and take it at excuse me, uh, The French Werewolf is a book, and doing that, and then doing that as a full book instead of just a sample, publishing an ebook, publishing it paperback, and then doing your omnibus, that gets you more purchase options for your content. That's a good idea. And Michaela Jade says, yes, don't cross your mythological creatures. You shouldn't, because you need to know the rules of what you're dealing with. And I do find it fascinating how very rarely the descriptions of indigenous Americans, I believe is the proper term, their creatures run very parallel to many of the Celtic Fae traditions. But people don't seem to discuss that. Like the Pudwudgie looks remarkably in description like certain types of brownie, and some of the little people from all over the Norse, Finland, Iceland areas. So look into it and cross-reference and see if it doesn't look like multiple names for the same critter. Let's see. Victoria Adams has advice for caregivers, and she's doing powerful work, so I support it. And by the way, Michaela Jade has a book called Monster by Linnea Fletcher. It's a twist on the Medusa myth, and there's a lot to be twisted on the Medusa myth. It's a good place to play around. Sense to Troll and Pangea Online and other snazzy stuff is on Amazon.com/SL Roland. Thank you, Cindy. I hope to give up Starbucks, but I have to wait to find out what benefits the hotel give, because therapy is danged expensive, and it's nice not to worry about that bill at the end of the session. And that's a real valid concern. And I will always be confused why optical and dental are separate from the physical medical situation, and therapy and mental health is treated so different than physical health. The stigmas and the pricing, it's all wrong. There's no reason people should have to struggle for that, because you want a system that's going to do good for the whole community, making sure everyone has access to mental health. And I mean that worldwide at this point. How many problems would that help curtail and prevent? And how many lives could that make better? Yes, I'm passionate on that subject. I'm just, my voice is trying to cut out today. Custom toys at studiohubris.com/studiohubris5. Okay, time to go clean and organize storage stuff for packing the truck for HalloCon. You guys have a wonderful time at HalloCon this year. I am sorry we won't be able to come out for that, but the fact that it's my 20th anniversary requires or very close to my 20th anniversary, requires it be pushed aside, because I love you guys, but you ain't worth dying for. Okay, at least that convention isn't. See you Wednesday. See you, Joe. Have a good one. Geeky fun around the Midwest, Quad City Comic Con. This one, Michaela, and Carl's sharing a link. Des Moines, on QuadCityComicCon.com, you can find out about the Des Moines QuadCon Comic and Toy Show September 24th and 5th. Our own Cindy Koepp will be there with her books Dragons and Giant Hairy Spider. See a Joe Dog. Richie gets OCD with his mythic creatures. Good. To be QuadCon and Toy Show, Five Flags Event Center, October 2nd. Creepy and fun and geeky stuff there. Fairy Tales with a Twist at Ye Olde Dragon Book. Meet the Dragons, latest Joe Dog. And Denver Martinez does Animal Eye Colors on Raider on deviantart.com/theraider05. While you're there, be sure to follow Nick T. That's deviantart.com/Nick T. I follow Denver Martinez, but where you can see me learning my new systems and prepping for the graphic novel projects that are in my bucket list. And thanks to being associated with people like Luke Stone over at lukestonestudios.com, I can get the advice and stuff to improve, and I have the tools. I'm really looking forward to this very creative winter. And yes, Carl, thank you. See, Carl's good people. I've always said that. Bummer, I'm out of break. Don't forget to tip your host. #bring cookie homes. Sartnart76 for vintage cartooniness. Go to bit.ly/Stellari to get signed up for launch notifications and help me beat the bot. Signing up is easy, free, and obligates you to nothing further. But I do hope you'll buy the game. Yep, Celts and Norse were connected to the earth as the Native Americans are. I think, though we don't talk about it, I think we all are far more than we want to admit. Before I dip out for the day, don't forget to check out all things Nick at nicholastockert.com. Thank you. See you folks on Hump Day, barring any job site issues. I look forward to seeing you. All righty. Wow. Since it's quiet, I'm going to run an ad real quick. Let's see. Who needs some love today? Oh, wow. I have so many people who need love. Let's run because I mentioned Luke. I'll run Luke's.
Welcome to Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. The epic remaster of the original Trash Day arc is now being collected in a standard trade paperback. With more story, more art, and behind-the-scenes information, this book is the way creator Luke Stone intended the story to be told. This special Arrow Comics Remastered edition is full of energy and excitement. Critically acclaimed and one of independent comics' favourite teen books, you are sure to find yourself lost in this expansive universe. So, secure your copy today in this crowd-funded group buy. Once the funds are collected, the books will be sent off to print and delivered post-haste. Luke and the Arrow Comics team have a perfect record of fulfillment. You can pledge with confidence.
Yeah, Luke's doing some amazing work, and you want to talk about somebody who has come back. We're at a year recently. It was a year from the day he went down. He went to the hospital for his Miley Cyrus, my Sharona Peter pandemic, and he was at a show this weekend. He was selling books, making a live appearance at a show this weekend. And that's just literally miraculous. The fact that both he and Randy Zimmerman beat that bug is colossal. And Richie says, it's the only link I can find in my folders. Let's not forget about our own Joe B and his apps at joebachtek.com/app-portfolio. Yeah, remember, folks, that Nevermind the Furthermore has been made possible by a generous donation by Joe Bachman. So if you are watching this on Facebook, if you're watching this on Twitter, it is because Joe Bachman has allowed me to share to more places. And I have more features to do things that make it much prettier and easier on you all because of the wonderful donation Joe made for a whole year for us. So I really want to promote Joe whenever I can. There's a lot of just good people working really hard. And I want to, like, I didn't hear, I heard some good accountability, knee jerk, but what's your next project? I mean, we know our boy Richie's, and I'm hoping, Richie, I want to see that book do well. I want you to get that jump, because if there's anybody who deserves passive income in their life, it's you, and two, you've just got too much in your head. Oh, and you got to move forward with it for the greater good, for the greater good, for the greater good. And that's what I want to see. I want to see everybody succeed. I want to see you strive and create and battle and accomplish. And I am so grateful to have the people that I know through this organization and everything I've learned that's making me a better author and a bit better creator, and in some cases maybe even a better man. So I am incredibly grateful for that and the opportunities that have been afforded me business wise. But I will say this: don't do stuff for free. Get your stuff. Joe D says it's more about learning from one another. You may tell me something today to make me think about tomorrow where I could use it in the future. It's not always about here and now in any discussion. No. It's always about building up. I'm working on things that I started and it wasn't time, and I put them aside. I have things that have been sitting for hours, for years, decades in some cases, that I'm getting back to, and I'm looking because my fiction doesn't do well financially. My nonfiction, how to sword fight, is really my niche, and if I were more commercially minded, I would be doubling down on that. But I have too many stories in my head, and I'm hoping, I'm sorry, getting them out, and promoting them will give more people the option to find the adventures that live in my mind and share it, and hopefully make it where the characters that I've created can live on beyond me, which is very important to me. I've been a DM for 30 plus years now, and across so many systems, I literally can't keep track of all the game systems I played as an RPG. I've made quite a few games. The weight of it is, I have worlds in my head, and if something goes wrong with me, the worlds die. And I have known people who have died suddenly, tragically, and I've known about the worlds in their heads, and I'll never get the answers for that. Because as good as I am, even I can't save them all. So guys, when you have something, get it down on paper. We are the paragon of animals, not because we're stronger or faster or outlive them or even outpursue them. We are the paragon of animals because we have the true innate gift to craft entire worlds in our minds, and the linguistic ability to share it with others, the technological ability to store it and preserve it and disseminate it vast different distances across space and time. This is a powerful gift that every creator here is wielding. Realize that it is that gift, and that we never can really control it. Just be content to have it work in your life and be part of it. I don't know if that makes sense, but Rich says, by my birthday, it will be ready for editors. Well, if I go full one volume pieces much sooner, if I break it up smaller. And that's what I'm saying. Even if you only do it digitally, just build the process up. I found the Simple Spear, when it stalled, went much faster when I had the accountability of my Patreon supporters at www.historicalfencingguild, www.patreon.com/historicalfencingguild. But when I knew they could read it, I had to do it for them, because they're the ones who paid my bills, and I really respect them. They're why I can keep doing a lot of what I do, and so get it out there, because that gives me. I want to help you, but it's like you can't edit a blank page, as I'll say in a few minutes, but you also can't promote a project that's not got a hard finish line. That's why I prefer talking about books that are complete before people try to crowdfund them. Speaking of helping others, when is the next Tidbits, Michaela J? That's a great question. And wow, we are fast approaching the end of the hour, and I'll be honest, I'm fading fast because, like I said, I only got 4 hours of rather tossed sleep last night. So I will probably, for my plans for the day, be taking a nap and seeing how I feel after, because, that happens. But while I wait for a response, I will run an ad. Let's see. I have not promoted. You know what? I'm going to throw Frog G's ad up, because Frog G, he's not here yet, and he may not make it today. He's a busy frog. But I want to promote his comic because he does so much.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. You know I be on a what? Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. It's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving this to all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work.
That's such a unique title. Voodoo Gods and Magic is something just left field, and I love it. Yeah, get some rest, Nick. Nap attack. Yeah, that's basically my plan. I'm not good at birthdays. I never have been, and it takes. If I said it takes a lot out of me, sometimes it does. It's just part of my wiring. So I will probably call it early. There are a couple things I want to get done, though. I will be keeping, even though we are on vacation this week, I will do my best to keep the broadcast schedule in line. I'll build the rest of the shows probably later today. It just has been a run. I want to share Kat's ad before I go, because she's a wonderful person and she deserves it. And if no one else has any questions after that, I think I'll call it a day. I know this is a different sort of ad, but our own rock and roll art goddess is a different sort of woman. She's working tirelessly across 2 middle schools to educate and inspire our future artists, to give hope and calm in a time of tremendous unease. And at the same time, she's doing wonderful artworks and old school zines and custom stickers, always building light and love and just elevating those around her. And I feel it's important to elevate her. So please subscribe to The Adventures of the Rock and Roll Art Goddess on YouTube. And she has a whole bunch of other connected channels where you can get art instruction for children or for yourself. See the world through her eyes, and realize the adventure that being a creative is. So please embrace that. Let's see, we've got another comment, and it looks like, yeah, feel better, get rest. Yeah, my voice is almost gone. Have a restful day, Nick. I'm going to. I think I can squeeze the 30 seconds, because I really feel, when I took this mantle, that I owe you guys an hour of broadcast at least. and I try to keep that. So if you like what I'm doing, first and foremost, like, share, and subscribe. I'm sure next week, by Wednesday, my voice should be back to a little more normal, and I can give you a proper wake-up call. If you like what I'm doing, follow me at go to Tockert.com. Follow me on Twitter at ntockert. My books are on Amazon at www.amazon.com/authors/Nicholas Tockert, where you can find the 3-volume set thus far of the Historical Fencing Guild's Manuals of Defense, 2 novellas set in the Big Stompy Robots universe, that being Eyes to the Skies, a war story where a terror the world wants to keep secret and forgotten looms in the back of a survivor's mind, and he spends 20 years preparing for the dark night that the green light falls from the sky. As well as Small Arms, the story of a merc who had hit the big shot and thought he was retired, and just ended up the right guy in the wrong place, and nearly got caught in a new corporate war with assassins, corporations, and unspeakable death machines all pursuing him all throughout the new Sedona city. And who the heck is this little girl, and why are they trying to kill them both? These and many other questions are answered in Small Arms by Nicholas Tockert. All those are available through Amazon. Get your copies today. And we are past the end, so I'm going to say this, folks. Be kind to yourselves and each other. Write what you love. And write and draw, because even if it stinks, your first drafts are supposed to. You can fix it. You can make it better. But at the end of the day, you can't edit a blank page. So get out there, create, and embrace your passions. And I will see you Wednesday morning on probably a much louder edition of Nevermind the Furthermore. Stay safe out there, folks.